wish I learned the things I don't come true.
Get out your crayons, because we're going to take a look at some of the crazy coloring pages in the Kenner Star Wars coloring books. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with yet another video. So, what are we going to look at today? Well, you already know. We're going to look at coloring books. Now, this video started out where I was going to talk about the Kenner coloring books, just go over the covers, but I'll throw the covers up here so you can see them throughout the video. But the more I dug into these comics, one thing, it wasn't really much to talk about. I mean, they were cool, they were coloring books, they were from Kenner. And other than that, what more could I say? But I started looking at some of the pages in these coloring books, and they're really odd. Some of the pictures are really odd. So I thought it would be fun to kind of pull up some of the pictures, take a look at them, and I guess kind of just goof on them. Now, before we get started, as always, like to support this channel, head over to patreon.com. There you get some exclusive content. Sorry, Patreon supporters, I've been kind of slack lately. That's a lady. Lately. It's coming. Trust me. Commentary's coming soon. So support me over at patreon.com, or if you want to support this channel another way and get something else, go over to thatjunkman.com and buy some cool t-shirts like this new one right here. Now that's enough of me trying to plug my website and my Patreon. Let's take a look at some of these comic book pages. First up, Kenner made more than just Star Wars toys. They made puzzles, and of course they made these coloring books. Released in early 1978, kids could go home and color their favorite Star Wars heroes. Let's pull up this first one right here. As you can see, it's a Jawa next to Power Droid. Sorry you millennials, it's a Power Droid. It's not a Gonk or Glonk Glonk or whatever you call it. It's a Power Droid. Is it just me, or does that Jawa look a little small? I mean, I know the Jawas are small, but I didn't think it'd be that small next to a Power Droid. And you think that Power Droid looks a little weird? Well, we'll explain that in just a second. And check out this droid with a bad motivator. What's the deal with its R5-D4? I mean, look at it. It's got a big square dome. It doesn't really look much like R5-D4, at least not the R5-D4 that I remember. And what about this droid here you could color? It's like a 3PO with some kind of alien insect head. So you're thinking, Kenner, they just went crazy. They just started drawing R5-D4 while looking at R5-D4. They drew a Power Droid not knowing how tall it was, or a Jawa not knowing how small it was. Or they just came up with this insect droid and threw it in a comic book. Well, no. Kenner was going by Kenner. Take a look at this photo of these early prototypes for Star Wars Series 2 figures, and you'll find out that what you see in these Kenner coloring books would have been toys. Take a look. In this picture, we can see the odd-looking Power Droid that looks a lot like the one in the coloring book, the R5-D4 with the very odd-shaped head, and yes, look at there. There's that insect-like droid, what later became known as the Death Star droid with a much different head. And there seems to be one more Kenner figure that got into the coloring book. Check it out. Now I know what you're saying. Junkman, that's just Snaggletooth. And I'm saying, no, it's Blue Snaggletooth. And you're saying, Junkman, what's the difference? How can you tell if it hadn't been colored yet if it's red Snaggletooth or blue Snaggletooth? You can't tell in the photo how tall it is, so maybe it's just a red Snaggletooth. And with that, I say, look at the boots. Red Snaggletooth doesn't wear boots. Only Blue Snaggletooth wears boots. And as you can see from that Kenner coloring book photo, it has boots. So it's a Blue Snaggletooth that you get to color yourself. Amazing. Speaking of those creatures inside the cantina, what about, I'm not going to say it, I'm going to call him Walrus Man. I know you millennials out there call him something else, but to me, he's Walrus Man. I don't know why you guys felt like you had to change stuff in the 90s. Anyway, check out this photo. Yep, it's a very drunken Walrus Man that you get to color. This might be uglier than he actually looks in the movie. And then sometime in these coloring books, you see a photo and you think, I've seen that somewhere. Where have I seen that at? Like this page. Have you seen this before? Of course, it's not a scene from the movie, but come on. I've seen it. You've seen it. We've all seen it. And then you have some that just look odd. It's like, what? You can't even tell what's going on in the photo. Like this one of Darth Vader. I'm hoping that's his lightsaber in his hand. It looks like Darth Vader going to the bathroom. And you think that's bad? Check this one out. And here's Darth Vader about to interrogate Princess Leia. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm going to let you and your dirty mind do the rest. Now we're going to jump ahead to the Return of the Jedi. It didn't have many odd pages, but I thought this one might be kind of fun to pick at. Not only did they have coloring pages inside. Okay guys, I was sitting here editing this video and I forgot to talk about my two favorite ones. How could I do that? My two favorite pictures I didn't get to make fun of. So let's do this real quick and I'll edit this into the middle of the video. First, check out this one right here of Luke and Leia doing the famous swinging scene. Is it just me? Look at this drawing of Luke Skywalker. It's like they didn't even try. I mean, Leia's not much better, but look at that Luke Skywalker. Now, my favorite of them all. Check out this picture of Darth Vader in his TIE fighter. Now you're thinking, why is Darth Vader standing up in his TIE fighter? Maybe this is some deleted scene or something of Darth Vader getting into his TIE fighter? No. You know what this is? It's a picture you could color of the Kenner Darth Vader action figure and Darth Vader TIE fighter. Can you believe that? Kenner took a photo from their archives, I guess, of the TIE fighter for Vader and put it into the coloring book. That's just mind-blowing. Anyway, back to the video. Not only did they have coloring pages inside, but they had other things like mazes, and this here is a connect the dots. This has to be the most boringest connect the dots I've ever seen. Connect the dots to find out where is Han Solo. We see Han Solo without connecting the dots. All the connect the dots does is show the frame around his carbonite. How fun is that? You could at least make the connect the dots draw Han Solo. Whew, talk about lazy. Now let's go back to the comic books based on Star Wars. I know I should have put these in some kind of order, but I'm lazy. Let's go back to Star Wars and check out this picture of a TIE fighter pilot. I think. It looks like something out of Spaceballs maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's not a TIE fighter pilot. Maybe you can tell me what it is. And if the cone heads were in Star Wars, they might look like this here. Again, I'm guessing it's a TIE fighter pilot. But look at the head. It looks cone shaped and there's a big blast coming out the side of it. I'm not even sure what this is, but I'm guessing it's a TIE fighter pilot. Now let's go take a look at Bespin. That looks like it's going to be fun to color. Let's take a look at this scene from Bespin in the Empire Strikes Back Kenner coloring book. I'm not even sure what this is. Is this even from Star Wars? Did they get lazy and just find this from some old 1950s science fiction movie? First off, I thought that was Darth Vader without a helmet walking up the stairs. But closer look, it's not Darth Vader. Is that Darth Vader on the other side pointing at the bald-headed man coming up the stairs? Is that Princess Leia? Is that bald-headed man Lobot? I don't know. I don't know what this is. And I don't even know why it's inside of a Star Wars coloring book. And honestly, it doesn't even look like it's that fun to color. Looks like a little too much work if you ask me. I love coloring books, but I was a lazy kid. And while we're on the subject of The Empire Strikes Back, this one's just, I don't know why this one just hit me odd of Princess Leia. Look at her pose. Just sitting there. Legs up to her chest. I don't know why it bothers me, but that one does. And what's the scariest thing on Hoth? No, it's not Luke Skywalker in his wet diapers. It's this Wampa. Now how are you going to color this thing? How fun is it to color this Wampa? First, you got the background. Snow, all white. You got a Wampa, all white. Okay, maybe you can color in his tusk or horns, whatever that is, brown. But that's it. Maybe give a little bit of blue. Maybe put a blue sky in the background, maybe. But that's it. I'm done. How fun can it be to color a white Wampa on a white page? Now back to Return of the Jedi, where the heroes may be caught up in a net set by the man-eating Ewoks. Let's take a look at Han Solo as he tries to chew through the net. I believe that's Han Solo, and if I'm right, he's trying to chew through the net. I could be wrong, but again, that's what it looks like. And check out this other page with 3 rebel troopers, a 3PO and an R2. Again, I know I'm lazy, but I would hate to color this page. Look how much green you would have to use. The green for the camouflage uniform for the rebel troopers. Look at all that grass and leaves and everything. The whole page would be green except for the droids. Now you want to see something amazing? Take a look at this maze of a Tusken Raider. Now this one looks kind of fun. You start at the top of his head and work your way down to his chin. It's amazing Tusken Raider. This Tusken Raider will amaze you. See if you can find your way from start to finish without crossing any lines. The answer is on page 45. Now there's one thing kids loved in the Star Wars Kenner toy line. That was Imperial Dignitary. And there's one thing kids screamed about when they bought these Star Wars coloring books. Please, Kenner, let us color some Imperial Dignitaries. Well, they didn't give us one to color. They gave us two to color. Check it out. Get your purple crayon out and get ready to color some Imperial Dignitaries. And it's just me, or does that guy have giant wooden spoons on the side of his head? Now back to The Empire Strikes Back. Check out this one of Darth Vader, because I've got some questions for it and maybe you can help me out. It looks like Vader just choked someone, but what's the deal with the smoke around Vader's head? Was he so angry when he choked out this Imperial stuff? Is that supposed to be some kind of angry smoke? Is he so upset that his head's steaming? Not really sure. Let's check out one more coloring page. And if there's one thing more fun than having incest, it's coloring incest. Check it out. Just what everyone wanted to color. A picture of Luke Skywalker slowly moving in to kiss his sister, Princess Leia. Don't you want your kids to color this and hang it on the refrigerator door for all to see? Ooh, it's kind of creepy if you ask me. I guess at the time we didn't know, and Luke didn't know, and Leia didn't know, but seeing it now is kind of creepy. Anyway, that's a look at the Star Wars coloring books that were released for Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below, did you have any of these coloring books? Now, I know I had a few of these growing up, and I know I had the Return of the Jedi one, and I was way too old for it, but it was Star Wars. So if I saw it at the store and somebody was going to buy it for me, I'd buy it. Anyway, thank you for watching. As always, in the comments below, let me know what coloring book you had, what you colored, what you think about these, and more. And until the next video, please subscribe to the channel. Thumb up this one so I know you like my content, and I'll be back again very soon.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.